Good day, everybody. I am Ashkan Sami, an associate professor of Shiraz University, and this work is done by Mahshid, Naghashzadeh, and Amir, our graduate student, and also we benefited a lot, our beloved and genius collaborator, David. We want to answer how do users answer MATLAB questions on two popular question and answer sites, Stack Overflow and dedicated MATLAB question and answering website, MathWorks. So, for those of you who don't know what MATLAB is a popular programming language developed by MathWorks for engineering applications. It's a very high level language and it has various toolboxes for signal processing, control engineering, and also it includes various toolboxes like deep learning and neural net. In addition to the toolboxes, MATLAB benefits from Simulink, which is a block-based programming environment for multi-domain simulations like wireless communications, and control systems can be simulated by Simulink. As stated, MATLAB has a unique and specific and dedicated question and answer website called MathWorks, which is the name of the company. In addition to MathWorks that people ask questions in, people also ask MATLAB related questions in Stack Overflow. So that was how we got the motivation that which question is proper and how these questions on Stack Overflow compare with other programming languages, how do people revise them, and what kind of revisions do they do. We used SOTorrent for Stack Overflow analysis, which consists of 10 years of done from 2008 to 2018, and we searched for MATLAB questions, with the tag MATLAB. And we found 80K questions. Then we removed the ones that didn't have code blocks. And because we wanted to look at the history, so we removed the ones that didn't have revisions, so we ended up with 32K questions that have at least one code block and one revision. For MathWorks, we only sorted them by their score, and we excluded the ones that didn't have an accepted answer, so we ended up with 266,000 questions that had accepted answers. Because we wanted to work on the topic of what type of questions are more likely answered on which platform, and we used the qualitative analysis. For other questions, we simply used query-based problem solving, and we looked for the final question. Again, we used qualitative analysis to find out the type of revisions that are performed in code. Again, because we wanted to do qualitative analysis, we used the statistical formula that's presented here that calculates the sample size with 90% confidence interval by z-score and population of 0.5 and the confidence interval of 10%. We ended up for both numbers for 266K and 32K. We found out analyzing 96 questions qualitatively is sufficient to obtain 95% population on 0.5% of the population proportion. In MathWorks, we saw a variety of questions were asked. Majority were programming language questions related to MathWorks. Also, some questions related to how to use question and answer site of MathWorks because it's unique. Installation and additional toolboxes, software setting, and a request for adding features and how various versions perform were other type of questions that were answered on MathWorks. On Stack Overflow, questions were more basic and basic programming questions where the majority of questions were related to. And interestingly, converting MATLAB code to other languages like Python were very popular, but we had questions regarding performance and other topics and Stack Overflow. So basically, we found out that if you have a basic programming question, Stack Overflow is suitable, or converting MATLAB code to other programming language, we can search or ask questions in Stack Overflow. MathWorks is more diverse platform, and questions regarding installation and other specific topics are more proper to be asked there. For questions regarding how popular Stack Overflow questions are answered or get an accepted answer, we look deeply and we compared the number of questions without an accepted answer with three popular other programming languages of C, Python, and Java. And as you can see, although number of questions without an accepted answer is rising year by year, but there is no difference between MATLAB and other programming languages. So basically, in contrast to what we thought, MATLAB gets an accepted answer similar to C, Python, or Java. And even when we looked at unanswered questions, interestingly enough, we found a similar answer. That is, the number of unanswered questions, again rising year by year, but the percentage of MATLAB unanswered questions does not have any difference with other languages like Java, Python, and C, and honestly is similar to Python. Getting more deeper into MATLAB, we focused on three popular toolboxes of image processing, computer vision, and signal processing. Also, we looked at the block-based simulation for you, Simulink. And again, we saw no difference among these three popular toolboxes and Simulink. And for unanswered questions, again, we saw no specific difference except a peak for Simulink. So MATLAB questions are answered similar to other languages, and only 40% of specific tools and popular tools in Simulink have accepted answers. And when we looked at how do people actual user participate in revision and revising MATLAB questions, we again needed to categorize the users as original posters and non-original posters, the posters who asked the question, and the others. And we wanted to look at revisions as code revisions or revisions related to the text. Do they change text or do they change code? And interestingly, when we looked at the results, we found out original posters make 49% and non-original 50%, and 20% of revisions on MATLAB questions are related to code, inverse to 4 times more, which is related to text. So basically what we found that original posters and non-original poster has same percent of revisions. But when we got deeper into code revisions in compared to text revisions, we found out that original posters revise code twice as many as non-original posters. Finally, in the last section, we wanted to know what are the type of revisions that are performed, and we used again the similar formula with 95%, and we found out we need to analyze 384 questions to find out the type of revisions, code revisions that are performed on Stack Overflow. If you look, we found out the 3 most common code revisions that are occurring or that are happening on questions are: one, related to adding new code to the question, and code correction, and finally move text to the code block. In conclusion, we compared question and answer forums for MATLAB, and we found out no specific difference on getting an accepted answer or getting an answer for MATLAB questions. In addition, we looked at the revisions, and we found out that there is no difference in percentage of revisions by original posters and non-original posters, and we found out code correction, move text to code block, and code additions are the most popular form of revisions that are performed on the code. Well, thank